Hi guys, I'm ExactChaos and welcome back to another episode of Workers and the Resources Soviet Republic. We're pretty much almost through winter. I think a month or so left on winter, and as we saw in the last episode, we are struggling tremendously with getting the appropriate amount of workers to the various things that we've got going on over here. We do have some workers available, but really we're not doing a great job with keeping workers going. Now, we can see Kowalski has got a lot of vehicles ready to go here, but one of the things that I also would like to do is continue expanding our electrification of our road network. So I think one of the things I'll do is I'll just do that, and we'll get Kowalski to start working on that one. They should automatically assign there, but that's fine. So hopefully they will mobilize and start doing that. There should be sufficient abilities for cars to go around and vehicles to go around. So that should be good. Now, we are continuing over here. And one of the things that I thought we might start doing is have a look at what airport might look like. And potentially do 2 metro stations here with a metro loop. That's kind of one of the things that I'm a bit interested in looking at. Obviously, there's a lot of work coming our way over here. What buildings do we have? We've got a hospital. This is our shopping center. That's a heat exchanger. This is a medical university. That's a school. And this is a police station. So we definitely need a fire station and some other buildings. Oh, this is the this is the water infrastructure. Yeah, I kind of forget about some of these things as we go. Now, may just leave that as is for the time being. We are fairly close to getting this done. We are waiting on some steel to arrive over here. Should I get Kowalski to bring us some steel? Or maybe I can bring moderate air over here to bring in some steel. Yeah, that could work, actually. Get moderate air to bring in some steel as well. Yes, okay, so maybe that can help us out a little bit. There's a little bit of construction that needs to happen over here. Has this been assigned? Yes, it has. So hopefully we'll slowly get all of this built. Lots of road sections that needs to be built over time as well. We may as well think about assigning that over here. Let's get Kowalski to come and contribute to that one there. Did we have vehicles here? We do, so they should be out plowing everything. Are they? Is our range a little bit? I think our range might be a bit extreme on that one, just to to make it even more difficult for us. Now we do still have tracks underway over here. Let's just see. These roads are done. Where's my track builders? They're not here at the moment. And then we've got our last sections of... Oh, that's actually being rolled. Both of them are being rolled, and our road section is completed. And then it's just this last section of tracks. And then we actually have a functioning... well, we have had functioning access to these border posts. These roads, yeah, they're gravel over here. Crazy that you can't see anything. Yeah, my next playthrough is going to be without the winter. Just to ease things off a little bit. What is going on over here? This is where our bauxite is, right? I think our bauxite is located there. Nice, okay. I think I'll speed things up a little. It's fairly close to being done. We just need a fair bit more steel to be delivered. What's happening over here? Okay, so these are done. And we are still continuing track building up to here. I think these are not. Yeah, I've stopped the construction over here. So everything else can basically start moving. So that's good. We'll keep doing a bit of this. We do need to make a start into these areas. There's lots of elements that needs to be built over here. This is going to take us quite a while to get that sorted out. We are dropping population a little bit more. Let's have a quick look at this. Yeah. So hang on. Let's. I'm going to pause it for a second while we quickly have a look. Is it a heating thing? Just want to make double sure we're not having any significant heating issues. I mean, our heating isn't perfect, but it's by no means going to... okay, let's just double check. Ooh. Even there, it's dipping a little. Let's just have a look here. It's got the workers, so it shouldn't be too bad. I think these are just kind of... yeah, we're kind of maxed out over here, and we're building extra stuff to sort out our shortcomings. Wow, they are struggling. At least we're getting through this a little quicker now. Yeah, excellent, good. But yeah, certainly the heating is looking okay now. Heating is back up to where we need it to be. So, why would that be? Pollution. Seem to have a fair bit more pollution around. I don't know how this is measured. To be honest, I don't know how that really is measured. So anyway, more stuff needs to be built over time. I wanted a secret police, but okay, let's have a quick look. So if we were to say we're going to do a couple of extra metro stations over here, so let's look at that. So for citizens, above ground is not really going to be a thing for us here. Or ground level station. Small, large. How does that look? Oh, that's tiny. So we could do something like this, for instance, over here. And then just tunnel in and out. But I'd rather not. Maybe we'll just go with another underground one. Above ground station. Without entrance and with the entrance there, basically. Yeah, the only issue with this one, I'm just going to do it into one direction, basically. And if we do it something like this, I think it should work. I would, however, want to keep it here somewhere. So that we can have a fair reach from it. So let's do we do this one or do we do the underground one completely underground? I think the completely underground one might be a little easier to get to get people walking to different areas. No, let's just do... Yeah, let's do the underground one here. I think that's going to be okay. Let's do that as a starting point. We'll do one there. And then the other one... okay, so let's plan out what our airport will look like a little bit. So if we're saying... I'm going to start off with the runway because we would want a fairly decently sized runway. So how will we squeeze in a runway? I think if we started over here... No, that's not going to work. That's about the best we can do, I think. So we obviously have a little bit of an issue here with our... so we can get about 1,000 meters in there. Yeah, let's just get it up to 1,000 meters like so. So there we go. That's a 1,000-meter runway. We do have the wires here, but that's okay. So that's about the longest runway we can put in there. Now, what we will also need to do is we do need a facility, so an airport terminal. We are by no means in a position to put the airport terminal there. So I would expect us to do it over here. Yeah, that's okay. We could do that. So if we do that one there, and then what I'm also thinking is let's have a look at an airplane production line. Come on. Calm it down. So if we were to do an airport production line, we could probably squeeze it in. Wow, it's barely moving. I don't wonder why. Why is it getting stuck like this? Anyway, the idea is really that I do need to provide some other bits and pieces. So forget about that for the time being. Let's go back to the airplane stuff. So now we've got the the terminal in there. At the same time, we're just going to do the standard one. And then what we need to do is provide some parking. So airplane parking. This is for the big guys. So maybe I'll do... Yeah, this is interesting. It doesn't want to move, huh? Okay, let's start off with 3 smaller ones. We can actually park it like this. Not that I like that idea. So I'm going to do... I think something like this instead. Alternatively, we'll try and move it. Okay, let's forget about that and let's start with the taxiway. I believe the taxiway needs to do this. What I'll do is I'll... Okay, let's start it like here. Is there a... It almost seems like there's a little bit of a bug here. If we do that... Okay, let's trim it back a tad. And do... We do that and we tie it in like so. Is that reasonable? Do we do it like this? So shall we run this one up to there and we tie that in? Yeah, I'm not too opposed to this. Let's rebuild this as a different in a different angle, so it kind of aligns to our runway a little bit better. So let's just get that standard one there. So this one will then have to do a little something. Yeah, we could do a little something like that. Ooh, is that aligned? Let's try that one more time. Citizen happiness are too low. I think that might still be because of our meat issues. Let's try that again. So let's grab the terminal again. Yeah, so we want... We're struggling to get the right angle there, but let's try that angle there, like so. Get ourselves our parking slots. That's the end. We do our parking slots like so, and then we should be able to probably do one big one over here. No? Doesn't want to do it. Yeah, this is a hill, so we can't do it there. So the question is really, do we find ourselves a spot here? I'd rather get a big parking spot, to be honest. So let's demolish that. Thank you. Let's try that again. Start with the big guy. Can we? So if we were to do that, okay, and then we try and get these guys in here, will it work? Oh yeah, we might in fact get that to work, and we push it back a little further. Oh, almost. Okay, yeah, that's actually pretty good. So that's a reasonable amount of parking there. And what we can do is we can... Come on. Gotta be kidding me. There we go. Something like this. Oh, yes. It's got a bit of a... No, I don't want that. That looks horrendous. It is actually doing a bit of a... Ooh. A bit of a dip into some of these things. So it's not ideal. So that kind of works. I just want to make sure that we've... There we go. Now, they will be dipping into there. That's a little awkward here. Could I make this look a little nicer? If I do that, I do this. Oh, now it's too steep. Now I messed it up. Let's trim it back to... Yeah, let's trim that back to about there. And let's try and level it just a tad over here. Yeah, I think that's going to be all good. Okay, let's try that one more time. Back to the airport component of it. We'll try and get that in there. And that does give us some additional flexibility in this area. Now, if I do quickly have a look at the... let's slow it down a little bit. Actually, let's pause it just for a second. I just want to quickly do a little bit of placement here, and then I want to make sure everything else is still kind of underway. So if we do the airport production line, the idea would really be to try and squeeze it in. Actually, if we do this... Yeah, I was having that same issue there. Okay, airport production line or airplane production line, something like this. Okay, and then the idea is I'm probably not going to build the biggest ones here, but we may do a big one. Nah, we'll probably see what we can do. Now, what we'll need to do is provide, so what does this actually need to function? It needs steel, aluminum, and a lot of other bits and pieces. So open warehouse and just standard warehouse, I think, is what is required here. So let's have a quick look at what that would look like in terms of warehouses. We need, I believe we can find one that does both, right? I believe there are variants here that can actually accommodate, or that can, yeah, here we go. That's one. It includes, wow, a little bit of everything. Yeah. Anything else over here? These ones? Oh, actually, we'll need to have a look at the open storage ones. Yeah, here we go. So we've got an open storage variant as well. So potentially we can do a little something like this where we do both aluminum and steel. Yeah, we don't have to necessarily have it super large, but we will need to kind of tie that in. And it will be struggling with regards to a road access. Let's start with the other one then first. Let's quickly do, so that's the open storage. If we just do the warehouse component, yeah, something like that is should work actually. Now, let's try and get it fairly close to the building here. Where did we want to have the train station? Probably, just see where we need to tie it back in there. So the train station would have to be fairly tight here. And of course, yeah, so we will want to do... This is going to be a little awkward, I think. So if we do that one and then this one. We'll do that and we'll cancel that section. We don't need that connectivity there. And then from a rail perspective, we just need a rail station over here. So a cargo train station, something like this one maybe. Yeah, it's not ideal. Unless we bring it in a bit lower like this. So otherwise, the other option is for us to do something like that. And that might actually be a little bit better, to be honest. Okay, so forget about this one. This is the open storage. So let's get rid of that one. We'll get the open storage up here instead. Let's try it this way. Open storage. Flip it around like so. I think this should work. Yeah, that's good. I believe that should work. Let's try that. Perfect, that does work. Give me the train station. How about that? This might be a little bit better, but we could make this work. So if we do that and we try and connect these up this way, beautiful, and like so, that would work. So now we've got that happening. Now we should be able to get the rail to work as well. Let's just do that. This is electrified. Yeah, it is already electrified. So let's just electrify it from day one. And the idea is maybe we we do something like this. I'm just trying to see what the best maneuver is here. No, don't do that. From there, snap it over and do this. And we'll do that. So that, I think that'll work, wouldn't it? Now we can activate from there. And similarly, what we'll do is yeah, let's try and bring it out something like this. Like so. And like so. So there we go. Now we've got access here. And that's the bit of a bypass there. And what we'll do is, again, we'll just try and get ourselves a crossover on that side. So now at least we've got a little bit of room on this side. That side is a little tighter. So let's just get ourselves these connections. Can I get rid of that? No, I can't. So that'll just have to stay. And we'll do this. That should be okay. What I'll do is I'll get rid of these. Probably do with one in the middle there. There we go. Something like that as a bit of a starting point. So that just gives us a bit of an indication. I don't think I'm necessarily going to be worried about making a start on them just yet. So we'll leave it as is. And that kind of gives us a little bit of room here. Now let's just quickly pop in a few spots for planes to be parking. Or do we, hang on, let's start off, let's see, can we do a big one? We have room for a big one here, but then we won't have room for the small one. We might be able to, no, we can't actually do it here, can we? So it's all on this side then. So if we wanted to do a big one, it needs to go, and actually I might do it. I try and do it like that. We see about getting that one in, and then can we do? They really don't like going in there, do they? That can work, but not linked into this one. So what we'll potentially do here is just do 2 small ones. There we go. That'll just have to do the trick. We'll tie. Ooh. Well, that's going to have to do. Something like that and something like that. It's okay. It's a little horrid, but we'll put that in place. So there we go. That's going to be effectively our airport. It's nothing major in terms of airport. Let's get these things underway. But what we might do is we may just not assign them straight away. So we'll keep an eye. Hopefully they're not going to get assigned. And we'll get these things to go. And now we've got a few roads that needs a place. Certainly that could do the trick like so. Okay, that's not too bad. And at the same time, we can do that one. Now, what we don't have access to is these things. We're definitely not going to run it through this way. So the question really is, how are we going to connect this up? Unless we go all the way around here. Not opposed to doing a little bit of this. Okay, that's okay. I'm not too fussed by that either. Ooh. Is this even working? This is not connecting. That snaps. This one does not. Oh, this isn't necessary. I've planned the other one on the. I've demolished it. That's the reason. So there we go. That is basically it then. Just like so, will give us these access points. And now I'm kind of contemplating what we can do to maybe build another. Oh, do we use this to actually build another bridge? No, I don't think so. If we're going to want to do a bridge, we're going to do it. We may just do it at level here instead of the big clearance. Do we need big clearances here? We certainly don't have it there. We do have a fairly sizable clearance on that side, but we don't have clearance here or there. So if someone wanted to come in, and we've got some clearance here, so if they wanted to come in, we're basically blocking off the clearance. But I don't think we're going to have ships come in here, to be honest. So if we were to run a road, something like that, and we wanted to say add ourselves a little one of these guys, probably somewhere over here. I'd be quite happy with that. So we'll get ourselves that. So if we run it here, we actually have room to do a little something on the side there. So let's run. I don't necessarily like that. So what I might do is I might trim this back a little bit to say something like there. And then we'll go there. Yeah, I like that. I like that. Then this is to be a pretty aggressive turn there. Something like this. Not opposed, not opposed. This is, oof, that's a little rough. Let's try and redo that one. I don't think I actually have vehicles here that can. Is that better or still pretty rough? Still pretty rough, I would say. So there we go. We will link that in and we'll see how that goes. Now, here we will be putting our airport access point. So let's just add that. Airport connection road will go. Well, we can probably just start it out all the way over here somewhere. That's good. I don't mind it. We'll tie that one in there. We'll get that assigned. So now we've got an airport access road and everybody can get in here to construct. Okay, we could do another one on the other side, but I don't necessarily think that is a reasonably required. Interesting words. Okay, and so what we'll also do is we will then do a little bit of that, and that'll be our access road scheme into the airport, and then I will do another metro station right over here, and that'll be our finalized metro station, and then we can kind of link up all of them. Let's just find our metro station. Now, is it the underground one or is it the above ground one going to be cool? If I do it this way, if I do it that way, I'm going to struggle with the. Now, let's just make sure we don't mess up our. Yeah, let's just do it this way. If we do it a little bit more like this. Yeah, I think that's better. Oh, yeah, actually. Let's get it right underneath there. Ooh, I like that. If we do that, we should have a reasonably easy access, walk access to this side. Okay, so that's all good. That seems to be quite workable. Let's just tie in the road connection associated with this guy. There we go. So there we go, road connections, and we should be able to that's our walking access there. And that's our walking access over here. I think I like that even better. Cool. So let's assign that. Let's go underground and get our last little loop connected here. It's a slightly longer distance that we're dealing with over here. So let's go tunnel, metro, underground. Now this guy will be looping to here. Like that, and like so. Happy with that. Then this guy will be can we trim it back a tad? Just want to trim it back a little bit. Actually, all the way. Get rid of the whole thing. I'm going to try that again. There we go. That looks pretty straight. And then what we'll do is we will find it. Come on. Okay, I'm not sure how. Okay, find a reasonable. Come on, that would work. And there we go. So now we've got a finalized loop over here, which is also going to be our turnaround. So I'm quite happy with that. That's looking reasonable. And now we will have like metro access over here. So it'll be a loop that goes out that way. We can't run it in the other direction because we'll have to have a crossover for that. But anyway, I think this is going to be okay. So let's get that in place. And there we go. Go upstairs. Get rid of this. And that is basically our airport. Our airport component. So Zactograd Airport is now in place here. There's still a few open spots here, but I kind of like it the way it is here. I think the planes will have a pretty reasonable angle. We obviously have these overhead wires here that we may move in the future. This side is a little problematic with regards to that, but we'll just assume that that they're not actually using the full extent of this runway. And then it's a very long runway. We can land pretty big planes here anyways as well. So the rest of it shouldn't be a problem. But I think we can get rid of the wires. Yeah, that's certainly not going to be a problem. But yeah, the wires is a problem. That I'm not too sure will actively work in a real life situation. But anyway, that's okay. We did have a bridge here. Let's just quickly tie in a connection there. And similarly, I was wondering, do we just do that, or do we actually run out this road a little further? Yeah, maybe we'll do that. Then we'll tie that one in there, and we'll just get those activated as well. So now we do actually have a bridge over here that's going to allow people to drive into this area if they wanted to. And we've got a metro station over here so that we can ultimately use this area. And yeah, we have this metro station should be fairly accessible. That's a little bit far, but should be fairly accessible for most of what we're going to build in here. So there we go. I am quite keen. I'm quite happy with that layout. We have that in place, so we will be able to produce airplanes in here, and we'll have workers come in here. So basically, this is working quite well. This should be empty, yeah, even though... What? Is that just saying 70%? So why is that picking up? Oh, yes, I know why. Because we don't actually need that many workers out there. So there we go. We will be dropping off workers to build ships on this side. And we'll be dropping off workers to build airplanes on the other side here. And then we don't have train building or train production lines or vehicle production lines yet. Okay, these guys are not doing anything, so clearly we need to make a start on some further construction. Let's have a quick look at what is the situation underground here. Excellent. Got the track builder doing its thing over here. And do we have the tunnel bore machine doing something? Everything is assigned, so where is our tunnel bore machine? Is it on its way? Yes, no, maybe. Okay, we'll come back in a little bit. Maybe it's it should really be doing its thing. It doesn't actually need workers. Okay, now let's move over. We've got happiness is reasonable. It's not great. It's reasonable. Okay, let's have a look what's happening here. This is built. Excellent. So now we actually have our new major power plant here, and it is a doozy. 2,590 megawatts, as opposed to at the it's almost 3 3 times the size, just under 3, 2.5 times the size of this one. So that's going to be some good additional power for us. Can't wait to see that that happening. So let's assign actually Kioski to come and do the rest of this, and also those. So we can just try and get the rest of this going. I wouldn't mind, if at all possible, to get this thing moving pretty soon once things are calmed down a little bit. Is this under construction? No, it's not. And then what we may want to do is see about... Okay, so these have now been electrified over here, and then those are running soon. Okay, so what are we doing next? Let's have a quick look. So this is... Should I kind of loop that in? Sorry, what is our... I'm definitely not looping that in. Well, I could loop it in somewhere over here, or we could just kind of... we could just run it underneath there. Yeah, but anyway, we don't... Let's not mess around with that. We do have that road access point here. Let's just see what's happening with this stuff. Have we finished the build? Oh, it's finished. It's finished, guys. So we have proper road access over here. What can we buy over here? Foreign workers. We actually have an educated worker here. Interesting. So here we go. These are the stuff that this is the stuff we can buy here. Ooh, this is the big mixer, right? 100k 14-ton mixer. These guys, look at these excavators. And this bulldozer. Small feeder. Look at this thing. 82 kilometers an hour. Oh, excellent. What is that? Metro Paris. I like it. And these guys. Metro London Tube. Ooh, interesting. We might have a bit of a play around here. We've got some nice rollers here. And we've got this asphalt paver, which I believe is much better than the one we have at the moment. Dry containers. Okay, anyway. We will leave it there. Small amount of tourists due to low trip rating. Okay, interesting. Good. But anyway, this will continue to build. Let's have a look. The other thing that we may need to do, and I don't think we've got any of these guys. We may move them a little bit later. But at the moment, let's just quickly continue to lay out a little bit of our town here. There's still plenty of stuff that actually needs to be built. So hang on. Let's pause it for a second. Sorry, I'm a little bit all over the place now. So what I would like to do, this will be a reasonable connection, and I'm kind of tempted to tie it in there as well. So give me... If we were to do something like that, right? Slowly up the side there, okay. Yeah, that's fine. We won't go any higher than that. And then what we'll do is we'll just kind of tie it in something like this. It should be a reasonable piece. Yeah, that looks pretty good. So now you will be able to get through into the other side. So let's get that assigned. And then am I just going to leave this path in here the way it is and then tie these guys in like so? Maybe that's exactly what I'm going to do. Let's leave that in place. I think that's okay. We could even do another road through this section here, or we'll see how if we actually need it. So let's get these assigned. Let's then also get all of that done. Okay, so let's get Kowski assigned. We can't do any more than that. We'll do that. And what we'll do is we'll get Zacto Air to come and work on that one. Actually, we want them to come and work on this and on that. Let's just get Zacto Air to come and do that piece of road there. And this will kind of be our major roads here now. So let's get that moving. Okay, so shall we have a bit of a play around? Let's just double check. We did do heating. No, we did not do heating. We've got heating plants here. But bringing in heating might be a little bit more of a challenge. So let's quickly have a look at bringing in some large heating pipes. So to where can we get it before it's too long? Too long. So somewhere over here, we may do some pump forwarding stations. And I know people are against that. We'll grab some of these guys, okay? Oh, there's heating over here. So we don't necessarily need forwarding stations everywhere. If we do maybe 2 of them like this, right? So that we can forward from there. So let's grab ourselves. Let's get 1. Actually, because it's far, get 1 to come in. No? That must be super close. Let's get the one that's a little closer. Nice. So let's get that one. So we've got 1 direct activation here. And now the question is, are we snapping or are we not snapping? Oh, snapping is switched off. Beautiful. Let's see if that'll work. That's a misclick there. Yeah, that's not bad. And then what we'll do is we'll try and tie that one in. We'll do a very similar thing over here. Yeah, that's okay. I don't mind a little bit of that. So that gives us at least 3 good pipe runs this way. And the question is, do we do another? Because how many do we still have? We have that one, that one. Actually, we do need another. Okay, so let's just put an extra one in here. And let's make sure we've got all of them covered. So let's just do this. Yeah, that's okay. So now I'm going to trim that back. And what we'll do is we'll crazy. Well, we might pop them up in the middle there. It might look a little bit more interesting to have them pop up there. So if I do that, what's going to happen? Yeah, that's okay. Actually, let's do that instead. And then what we'll do is run another one over there. There we go. So now we've got lots of heating pipes running out this way. We still need to run the extra sections, and I believe we should have enough distance now. So we'll try and run them fairly straight. So if we do that, let's run one this way, and we'll try and see what we can do to make this work. So if we do why doesn't this one want to work? Yeah, it's this thing. Okay, come it back to about there and see about bringing it down. There we go. Got that one to work, and now this one. Beautiful. So now I've got our basic heating sorted out. So just wanted to get that done so we don't kind of forget about all of those pieces that we also still have to have a look at. Now that we've got all of those facilities in place, there's lots of construction work that will need to happen. But what I thought I'd do is let's just start off with our very first row of like housing. So we have a little something to show for, well, beyond the airport, have a little something to show for this episode. Now, I do like these, but they're the quality of flats is a little bit low. This is not bad. I don't mind these ones. And then the rest of this is actually quite good, but their capacities are so low. I'd rather have something a little bigger. These are quite good. These are 200 and reasonably sized. And quality is okay. Oh, there's some good quality. Let's try that again. This one is 135. It's just too low, actually. 87 and 206. That's not bad. And I don't think I've actually used these a lot. So what I'll do is I'll do a bit of a run of these. Okay, so let's make a start on something like that. Get them pretty tight. Actually, let's push it back. Do one like that. Just want to make sure we can, in fact, get some some accessibility to all of these places. So let's push that back, actually, all the way back there. And I'll also flip one around this way. That seems pretty good. I like that. That's like 200 a pop, so 800. If we do two more, there'll be 2,000 in this block. Maybe that's a little bit tight now at the moment, because we will need to just have a look that we can get some proper connectivity through here. Let's just see, can we run through there? We can. We definitely want to. Then run down that way. And we'll tie in some other stuff. I just want to make sure we can actually run straight through this section like this, so that we get a fairly good walking distance all the way to this area here. We'll do a similar thing on this side, but I'm pretty sure we've got good accessibility on that side. Now, what I also thought we'd do is we'll make sure we get maybe one round of road accesses in here. Just kind of thinking something like that. Pretty good. And what I will do is let's quickly trim back this one just a little bit and see about connecting it up like so. There we go. So something like that, so at least we can get it back into that general direction. That's good. On this side, we'll do probably just one like this, and we may add one on this side. And then over here, wanted to make sure we straight out there. then we'll see about providing these road accesses. I do like providing these access points, though that probably kill us in the long run with building these things. So let's just do that for now, and we'll actually just try and get some of these things built. Probably about up to there. There we go. So let's just get the first round of these things built, in terms of the roads at least. So let's get the Zacto crews to come and build some of these roads for us. Excellent. Make a start here. Have we seen some stuff be delivered? We do. We have seen stuff be delivered here. Is someone building it? Seems like someone's building it. Probably earthworks and things is happening here. Oh, there we go. Lots of construction underway. What is this? Is this our plumbing? Oh, excellent. Interesting that our plumbing is under construction here. I didn't think we're doing that already, but it's okay. I don't mind it too much. Let's get these little paths sorted out as well. I may just trim that back a little, so that's trying to, well, it might already be too late. Let's just get that assigned, so we kind of have that one in there. So that's our first area. That's going to be plenty of people living there. Whether they're going to have access to everything they need is ultimately going to be the question for us in the longer run. How's this going? Oh, yeah, that construction is underway there. This is underway as well. How's our rail pieces happening? Oh, they're coming in. Nice. That's okay. That's okay. Let them do their thing there. Our electrification still needs to happen, though. We've got this section running. Still need to electrify the rest of this, which is okay. Can switch that off. What's happening with our population? Still under 29,000, so we haven't really bounced back. Our money is looking pretty good. That is, yeah, we're running straight through there pretty quickly. We've got a little bit of unemployment at the moment, which is a good thing, I think. Let's pop down here and see what's happening. This tunnel section has been completed. Well, the tunnel has. Now the question is, any of our... Ooh, okay. Let's have a look. The next tunnel section, has it been assigned? It has not. So what I need to do now is get this guy and assign that section there, as well as that section there and that section there. There we go. And there's still plenty to be built over in this area. Now, what I can also start doing is I can get the Zacto guys, make a start here on our road network around this. The rest I'm not going to build. This airport is still a fair while away, but I'll leave it as is. I actually thought we're going to have our terminal on this side, but it's working pretty well, like so. Apart from that, we only have a curved runway. Okay, we could also potentially start building over here, so that we can slowly get that bridge built also. Yeah, good. Guys, I think that's kind of going to be the episode. So we built an airport. We've started planning our first kind of residential block in the new town, which will be named in due course. But yeah, these sections are coming along. Our bridge is under construction. All of these other road segments here are slowly getting through. We're trying to get all of our infrastructure in place before we move anybody in. Our rail network is actually doing a pretty reasonable job at getting done. And what we could do, we could definitely make a start on maybe get Kioski to come in with this. Get Moderate. Even Moderate is not doing anything. We can get Moderate to come in here, and we can get the Moderate air crews to bring in some stuff there as well. And then hopefully slowly we'll get all of this done. That's the last load of steel, I think. There we go. So now we only need a few more work days here to finish off the cooling tower. And yeah, then we need to start further construction here. So there's still plenty of work happening over here. And hopefully once this is built and we've got a reasonable population in this area, we can go and do the other expansions. But really this section of rail line is going to take a little bit of time. Let's quickly see how we're doing over here. Our track builders are doing their thing. So I think we might be about an episode or so away from getting this done. And I think I'm just going to leave that road gravel, to be honest, and then we'll move it on from here. One thing that probably is important, maybe I'll quickly pop it in. No, we'll do it in the next episode, is we need a bit of a fuel station over here, and a fuel station and the technical services. And similarly, we might do one in this location over here. Can we? I think we should be able to squeeze a road under here. No. If we look at that, right, is that super awkward? Okay, but anyway, we'll have a look at this. I think I'm pretty keen on doing these kind of things. That might be a little daunting. We don't need it on both sides, but I'm pretty keen on doing this kind of thing, so people have a turnaround, and then we can do our fuel station and technical services there. We've got them over here where there's a turnaround, and we have them over here as well. So we may need another round of them somewhere in the middle here. I'm kind of tempted to do gravel, a big gravel setup over here for distribution of gravel all over. Let's have a quick look. If I just want to see what the gravel quality is here. If we go with gravel quarries, pretty good actually. We can do a pretty good gravel quarry setup over here that can load onto rail. Might run something. Ooh. Have to see. Maybe we run it in here and then. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not convinced it's going to be easy in this area. But we'll get to it in due course. If I can switch off all of these things. We'll get to it in due course. So, excellent, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you've enjoyed this playthrough or this episode, please hit that like button. I think we are making progress. It is slow progress, but everything seems to be pretty stable. Our population isn't dropping like a stone. It's not quite as flourishing as I would have liked it to be, but to be honest, we don't have any place for people to move because we're kind of out of what we can provide from an electricity point of view. We've got the new power station built, but we need workers out over in that part of the world. Look at all of these guys going up to do some construction. I like it. Okay, well, anyway, that was it. As I said, if you liked it, please hit that button. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.